Number 11 in white has been their leader today as far as the offense is concerned. 12 points, 8 rebounds for Marvin Prochet. Back out for Blackman, turned over. Oh boy, they could ill afford to do that.
Bad decision here. A bounce pass would have worked. And again, that's unfortunately Niagara's Achilles heel here. Turnovers, empty possessions.
Talked about Prochet leading Niagara offensively. For Manhattan, Shane Richards, 12 points. Zane Waterman, number 4, 11 points. And Rich Williams, number 23, 11 points.
Nice job there by Scott staying down defensively.
2 seconds left on the shot clock. Williams goes up off the rim. They get the rebound back. They got a fresh shot clock. It's off. The shot clock is off. In a tie game, Niagara's got the ball, and they're going to wisely call timeout. Oh, my. Can you believe it? What a break down low. I mean, if you want to have the ball in anyone's hands, if you're Manhattan, it would most likely be number 23, Rich Williams, in that circumstance. And here's what happened. Williams has the ball, and he can't get it to go.
Yeah, he had 2 good looks there. He's smart enough to put that up there quick. Coach Maciel looking for a foul. There's none there. Little confusion here. Karan Davis, quick timeout there. Scott, number 13 for Niagara, did a very good job here the last 2 possessions, taking away Shane Richards' repertoire of offensive moves. He stayed down there. And again, Rich Williams, we featured him on the top here. So what I look for here out of Niagara is to try to get Scott into the lane. Now I'm emphasizing to my team, talking about Niagara, hit the boards hard here, right? You want to shoot this with about 3 or 4 seconds unless something unfolds really quickly. The reason I say that is you don't want Manhattan to have enough time to go back the other end and score here. So Purple Eagles 3-1 here under 1 minute. I know they're hoping to go 4-1 here. They just had a nice win over St. Peter's where I know Coach Casey was talking about how his team was poised. I read about that in the Buffalo News. So they're going to need all that poise here today. Look for Scott and then look for Prochet and Satchel to go to the boards hard.
These 2 teams aren't necessarily looking this far ahead, but they'll meet in Riverdale in Manhattan on January 17th, just 8 days from now. In the meantime, we are tied. And the motion now for the Niagara offense gets set, under 10 to go. 3-pointer, no good. Tipped underneath and in. Unbelievable. And it's Justin Satchel.
Yeah, the player of the game. That's just what I said. You want to go to the offensive glass. I was thinking Satchel or Prochet. It came off. Sometimes you get lucky, Dave. A nice soft bounce. Nice one-handed putback. Now they got to defend what I'm sure will be a very good play here. And don't forget, Richards got range. He can make them. But watch this come on.
I didn't like the 3-point shot selection there. He was contested. He was way out, but look at all alone. How do you leave Satchel all alone underneath?
That's the danger of playing a zone defense. You're right. It wasn't a good shot, but give the Purple Eagles credit. Obviously, in this case, it was Satchel, but Blackman got the shot off. It wasn't a good shot, as you said, but it came off soft. Sometimes you get lucky that way, and now this is the dilemma. Do you guard the inbounder? Do you try to get a deflection? Some teams try to get it to half court and call a quick timeout and then set up a last-second shot. You have to have all these contingencies. The number one thing I would tell my team in the huddle, communicate and switch all screens. Switch all screens and don't foul, obviously. It's going to have to take a great play here by Manhattan to score in this time. So Coach Masiello drawing something up there. And again, you practice these things a lot. And, you know, but a game situation, Niagara may very well, Dave, here take a timeout once they see what the play is, right? So that's a standard thing. So there's all these things that are going on. You know, everyone's voice is kind of talking a little faster. People are emotional. You need to be calm in these situations. And the referees obviously want to make sure, let's go back to that 1 second shot clock thing. This clock not going off too early. You know, make sure that it goes off at the right time. So there's a lot of factors here. But again, it's no pun intended, a long shot here for Manhattan to pull this off. But Coach Masiello worked for some of the best. I'm sure he has several plays in his playbook here to get this done here. Now, Niagara's putting Dominic Robb on the ball, which is a good move. And I wouldn't even let the guy catch it at half court there and call a quick timeout. Trying to isolate maybe Richards. He's going to run with this, I would guess. There he is.
Waterman looking for some help. Gets it in. I don't think he got it off anyway. He made it. No, it doesn't count. How about that? The three-pointer. Oh, my goodness. But it was just after the final buzzer. The officials may get together and talk about this, but Richards, I said it, as it left his fingertips, that was after the buzzer.
It was definitely after the buzzer. Niagara did a very good job there getting that, and then he made a great shot, but it is too late. We're going to see it right here.
The pass, and that is way late.
Yeah, so it was. And Wilson, right before that, Coach Masiello was, he walked there. You got to get rid of that a lot quicker. You just don't have enough time to execute that.
How about that? He gets it to kiss off the glass from NBA 3. Well, that's the wildest finish I've seen in a long time.
Yep. Well,
they're looking at it, but there's no question it came just a hair after the final buzzer.
Yeah, it definitely did here, but obviously they have the final word on this. And but again, Niagara did a very nice job. Robb on the ball, made Waterman pass. They kept the pass in front of him. You don't have time, Dave, at that case, to catch one, then throw it to another guy and get it off in 1.2 seconds.
Let's take a look at it again.
So now we're going to have one catch. He walked anyway, and it's in his hands, and now he releases it. So clearly, they're just the only reason they're taking so much time is because they want to be sure. But
isn't that crazy though?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Off the glass. Wow.
Well, great game here this afternoon, and when it came to crunch time, Niagara showed some poise there. Great tap in there, not a great shot there. And again, I think that the reason why they're taking so much time, unless they have a different angle but they're using our cameras, correct? So I can't imagine that anything's different.
If this stands, and we both agree it should, this will be the first time this season the Niagara University Purple Eagles win back-to-back games, and it couldn't come at a better time. They beat a conference rival in St. Peter's here on Thursday, and another conference rival comes to town here today. That's Manhattan. And while they look at the final 1.2 seconds, I think it's going to stick as a Niagara victory. They'll win by 2 and win 2 in a row for the first time this season.
Yeah, so there's a lot of discussion over it. I know we talked about this, that the clock operator, what they're looking at is, did the clock go off
when it
or
should
start
have, right,
when the first catch was made by Wilson, right? And then from our vantage point, and it was right here in front of us, it was a crazy shot.
I called it as it unfolded. Not that I'm always right. As a matter of fact, I'm rarely right.
No, no, you did call it. But I think what they're looking at is, did the clock start when
it should have?
Number 5 caught it, Tyler Wilson. And by the way, if we show it again, he walked. It was right in front of us. You watch how he walks when he catches this, but they're not going to call that. But I'm pretty sure he walks. Watch, he catches it. Boom, boom, boom. That's a walk, right? Now 3, catch it in his hands. Almost like 0.3 seconds it was in his hands. So to me, it all looks like a Niagara victory, but again, they are looking at this very carefully. And now they're bringing in another. So again, you want to get this right. If it does count,
Manhattan wins.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's So again, I have no idea why it's taking this long from our vantage point. But again, I've been corrected. There are different cameras here, but right in front of us, it looked like it was. And they want to talk to him, and yeah, these referees, I think, are not handling this the best way. You just say no basket, and that's it. Game over. There you go. Kind of a neat thing to do that, bring the coaches and try to